Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and welcome back to my YouTube channel. All of the books that are going to be in this video just fell. Okay, it's still not very stable, but it's gonna have to work. So today's video is gonna be very fun because I saw somebody do a book for every song on the Tortured Poets department by Taylor Swift, and I decided I wanted to kind of do something like that because I have a song that reminds me of one of my favorite books, and it happened to be on a newer album. So the album I'm talking about is The Secret of Us by Gracie Abrams. So I am going to give you guys a book that matches the vibe of every single song on that album, and I'll give you guys the book and maybe some lyrics that I think fit best with the book and the vibe of the book. Yeah, so with that, let's just dive right in. The first song on The Secret of Us is Felt Good About You, and this song, some of the lyrics give me the vibe that it is about the realization that maybe the person that you love or the person that you're seeing isn't necessarily as good as you thought they were. It's kind of like that gut feeling that like, oh, this isn't the person that I'm meant to be with. The book I chose that I think fits that vibe the most is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I think that Lily and Ryle's relationship, it fits this song perfectly, and here are some of the lyrics that I think definitely match their relationship the most, and I'm talking specifically about Lily and Ryle in this, not Lily and Atlas for this song. I just think Lily's story and this song go well together, and I think Lily would maybe enjoy Gracie Abrams or this album if she were a real person. Blake Lively. But yeah, that's why I chose It Ends With Us. The next song on the album is one of my favorites, which is Risk. This song is kind of about saying you're not gonna go for somebody but going for them anyway, and maybe knowing that it's a bad idea to be with this person or to even try to be with this person, and you do it anyway because it's a fun risk, and you know what, we live one life, who knows what's gonna happen. The book I chose for Risk is a recent read, and it's been in like 3 of my last videos, but I chose Binding 13. I was looking at the lyrics and trying to think of a book or a couple that I thought matched the vibes, and I was just like, yes. Johnny and Shannon's situation, especially in this book, and just how they go about their connection and their friendship is just so Risk. I think the vibes match up perfectly. Some of the lyrics I was like, I think Shannon would say this herself. I think Shannon wrote this song. Yeah. I'm trying not to explain for too long because I feel like sometimes if I explain for too long I just start saying the same thing over and over again. But okay, the dogs are barking. But the next one is my actual favorite on the album, which is Blowing Smoke. This song is so good, and with the lyrics I'm gonna show you, should I wait till they're done? I get so excited when someone's here. But yeah, this song is basically about the guy being a little bit of a slut and like going around being a little bit of a player, if you will, and the girl kind of knowing like, you're just blowing smoke. Like, I know who you actually are, I know what you're actually like, and I know what you're up to. I know more than these other girls who you give the world to for a day do. You know what I mean? So I think that vibe perfectly fits Lily and Low. I actually wrote Lily and Low in caps lock with like 17 exclamation points because Blowing Smoke is their song, okay? And it can go from Low being the girl and Lily being the guy to Lily being the girl and Low being the guy. And by that I mean like Lily singing it or Low singing the song. I think they both can relate to this, and being the one that like truly knows you deep down, and you can see them like kissing other people or being with other people, but at the end of the day you know that that's just them playing a character. You know what they're actually like. Blowing Smoke and Addicted to You, like, I feel really confident about this one. Blowing Smoke is Lily and Low to a T. Okay, the next song is I Love You, I'm Sorry, and this was actually kind of how I got the idea for this video because this song perfectly encapsulates Marianne and Connell from Normal People by Sally Rooney. Just the whole vibe of this book, how hard it is for them to communicate and just to open up and give their love to each other. It's literally what I Love You, I'm Sorry is about. It's about a couple, you know, facing reality and knowing that like, I love you, but I can't be with you right now. I've done some things that like even I can't forgive myself for. So I think that's kind of Marianne and Connell's vibe a lot in this book. It's just like forgiving each other and being like, I love you, I'm sorry. Very literal. But this was the first one that I put down. I just knew that this was I love you, I'm sorry, because I was just listening to it and I was like, oh my god, if Marianne and Connell had a song, that's their song. Okay, the next song on the album is Us featuring Taylor Swift. This song is so good, and I think it is a little bit about cheating, and that's not really a trope in this book that I'm gonna show, but I was connecting it more to the do you miss us? Are you thinking about us? Like, do you wonder what we could have been? Or in like, do you regret us? Do you regret this? King of Greed by Anna Hong, and this is about Anastasia and Dom. They were married, so it's very second chance vibes. I think Us, the song, these lyrics especially, are showing why I relate them to this. There are some quotes in here that I feel like I could pull out and put into the song. So the marriage, second chance, all of that is giving us. I miss us. I miss your soul. I'm home. Next up, we have Let It Happen. Let It Happen is more like wanting someone's attention and wanting to be with them and just wanting to like fall into it and let it happen. It's kind of like she's accepting like her attraction for this person and accepting that if it happens, it happens, and like how she has such strong feelings for this person and wondering like what they're out doing, all that stuff. So related this to Twisted Hate by Anna Hong. I don't have the book with me right now, but I think Jules and her standoffish behavior and like with their relationship and teetering the line of like, should I do this? Should we do this? Yeah, I really think that Jules and Josh would relate to this song, especially Jules. I think Jules and Gracie get each other in that sense. Okay, the next one is Tough Love, and I think this song kind of embodies like being a 20-year-old woman and just trying to figure out what the fuck you're doing with your life, and like the men you're interested in, why are you interested in them, and like why are you attracted to certain things that they do, and like all of that stuff about being a woman. And for that reason, I chose Daisy Jones and the Six. Daisy Jones and Tough Love are like this. Tough Love totally embodies Daisy's stage of life that she's in at the beginning of this book and kind of how she handles the whole band situation and everything. So that's why I chose this book for Tough Love, specifically Daisy's storyline. I don't think anyone else's relates as heavily to the lyrics as Daisy's do. Daisy's does. Okay, the next song is I Knew It, I Know You, and this one is so good, and in my opinion kind of about watching someone you love kind of go down a different path or do things that you maybe don't think is in their character, or waiting for them to kind of see that like it was you all along, or like getting over someone and watching what they do afterwards and being like, I knew you would do that because I know you and I know how you move even though we're not together anymore. And I think that fully encapsulates Alex and Ava's story in Twisted Love, especially the last few chapters of this book. I think really encapsulate I Knew It, I Know You. Specifically these lyrics is why I chose this book, because I think what she's saying here is kind of what Ava's mindset was when she, towards the end of the book, when their kind of third act situation is happening. So without saying too much, Alex and Ava. The next song is Gave You I, and this song is a little bit sad, and it's more about how much you give to someone in a relationship and how much you lose in that relationship if that person is to leave you, and just how much of yourself that you are giving to this person, and kind of realizing that, you know, that perfectly goes with Magnolia Parks by Just a Haste. I think Magnolia and BJ's story is so encapsulated in giving and trusting one another and giving your all to someone. I think Magnolia would really resonate with this song and understand what Gracie's saying here, because I really understood it. I think Magnolia would really vibe with it as well. Okay, the next one I also don't have the physical book for, but that is Conversations with Friends for Normal Thing by Gracie Abrams. Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney is a whirlwind of a book. There's 3 main characters that we're kind of following, but there's one main character that I think would relate to this song the most, and that's Frances. Frances is why I related Conversation with Friends to Normal Thing, because Normal Thing is kind of talking about having someone in your life that is so pivotal and so important at that stage, and then they kind of disappear and move on and go and do their own thing. And I notice everything that's different about you. I notice all of these things, but I can't say anything because we're not here anymore and we're not together, and it's supposed to be a normal thing for me to just move on and know that I might see you in the future. But I do think that Frances would really relate to Normal Thing. That's why I chose Conversations with Friends. The next song is Good Luck Charlie, and this song is kind of hard to interpret for me. I think that it's kind of like you got what you wanted and you kind of set plans up to make this path of your life, but like now that you're on this path, it's maybe not exactly what you thought, but like good luck Charlie, because that's what you wished for. For that reason, I think King of Wrath fits with this. Vivian and Dante's relationship, and especially the way it starts, is not the most traditional normal setup, so I think that Good Luck Charlie and just kind of what Gracie's saying in the song matches the most with their energy, especially at the beginning of the book when they're in this like arranged marriage situation. That's what I think about that. That was a hard one. I could not really figure out what Good Luck Charlie was really trying to like say to me, and then it clicked and I was like, oh, I know. Okay, next is Free Now, and I actually have 2 books that I think would work for this. For one, Free Now I think is about healing and moving on from toxic relationships and situations and feeling like you've released a part of yourself from letting go of that situation. And I think I Fell in Love with Hope by Lon Colley is very reminiscent of that energy. I think this book has a lot of letting go and moving on from people or things that are not serving you, and I think that is very prevalent in both this book and this song. But I also think some lyrics, whoa, my books are flying around. I also think some lyrics made me think of Augustus in January with Beach Read by Emily Henry. I think their relationship was also very much about feeling free together and feeling like being in this relationship freed them from maybe some of the demons in their past life. So that I think there's 2 ways to kind of interpret the song. Yeah. Okay, the last song on The Secret of Us is Close to You, and the book I chose for that is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. I know I've talked about this in like 3 videos, but I'll keep it sweet. I just think that they're funny, happy, carefree energy together, and like still with that tinge of seriousness with their family issues was just so sweet. And they always wanted to be close to each other. They always felt like there was just this spark of connection, like somebody like shot Cupid's arrow and they just like have to deal with this connection now. So that's why I chose this book for that. But yeah guys, that is all of the books and songs that are going to be in this video. I'd love to know what you guys think of these books, and if you think they do match the vibe of the song or not, and if you would switch any of them out with maybe a couple that you think of when you listen to the song. I just am obsessed with Gracie Abrams and really wanted to do this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a lot more out to you guys very soon. Bye.